Buddy, welcome back to Steel City Live here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason, and we have our special guests that normally don't come on Friday. Sean, what's up, my buddy?
What's up, everybody? How you doing, Jason?
Good, my friend. I'm glad. I talked to Sean right before the show a little bit ago. He said, hey, I can do it. We're on. We're rolling. I got my partner in crime, and we are here to kick some ass on a day where Kenny Pickett was traded away to the Philadelphia Eagles for what? They swapped picks, pick 120. The Steelers get pick 98, which was the compensatory pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Steelers move up in that aspect, Sean. But they get 2 7th-rounders in 2025. Also, your initial feelings, your initial shock here of the Kenny Pickett trade as we move in, and then we'll hit some chat stuff up.
I was so shocked when I heard about that. I was like, no way did I see that coming. And I'm not hurt about it, because I didn't like the fact that, he said he didn't learn anything when he sat back and watched Mason play that game, and Mason had an awesome game. That was like red flag number one for me, that there might be a problem with his ego. And I was just shocked, man. I did not see this coming at all, man.
Hey, but he is gone. What's up, guys, in the chat? George, JD, Miss Pittsburgh, Reginald Rivers, the boy D, what's up? That was me on my other account that I had put that in there. But good evening to everybody, and I'm glad you guys are here. Good seeing some of our regular listeners. Sleeping Lady, what's up? We're getting rolling here on Mike Drop Sports and the show Steel City Live. Again, don't forget to hit that like button as we move through. What's up, Robert Road? He's back. The con artist is constructing this roster, as Sean likes to say. But yeah, my initial thoughts also, I was a little bit shocked. I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to continue to roll with him as the backup into the 2024 season. However, Kenny was informed when they were bringing in Russell Wilson that he was not going to be the starter. He was informed of that. Also, I want to bring up something D told me in one of the comments I wanted to bring up and ask you about too, Sean. But we'll get to that. But I thought, hey, he was told he wasn't going to be the starter. And then rumor has it that on Tuesday, Kenny Pickett and his representation requested a trade from the Pittsburgh Steelers, a chance to move on. He felt like he wasn't getting a fair shot, and he wanted the ability to get out. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know how they are when that happens, Sean. They let you go, and they figure a way out. They do not hold you hostage. They don't want you there if you have any type of feeling about getting out. But D put in a comment earlier that on one of the other shows that talks Pittsburgh sports and Steelers stuff, that they had said that Mason Rudolph's representation, and Mason, I guess, had said that the Pittsburgh Steelers never even offered Mason Rudolph any type of deal, any type of contract, and had zero interest. What are your thoughts on that initially, Sean, with Mason maybe not even have gotten an offer from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
It's horrible, man, because Mason deserved it, I feel. And he said he wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, and I don't know what it is that they had against that guy, but that's horrible. I wish he would have stayed. And now I wonder, do they wish they did that now? Like, do they regret it now? Because what happened with Kenny Pickett, he's all of a sudden asking for a trade. And now here we are again with one quarterback going into the season. And now it's just like, what are we going to do? There's so many holes to fill. And we don't need one quarterback. We need two. So
three.
What? Three? Man.
Well, they like to have that fourth one in camp. That's why I said that.
Yeah, for sure. But man, and we need our center, we need the tackle, we need a receiver, this is getting nuts, you guys.
Starting to get a little scary.
What the hell?
I know, man. It's starting to get a little scary, no doubt. What's up? Holy cow, things are getting crazy. That's from JD. I feel the same way, JD. What's up, Reginald? Rubber Road, damn con man killing it again. Got way more for Pickett than I thought. I thought he had no value, guys. Yeah, I didn't think so. What kind of value do you think Kenny had, Sean?
I didn't see much value in him at all, just considering he was historically one of the worst quarterbacks to ever play in Pittsburgh. What kind of value does that bring to the table? And And does anybody else feel like that Kenny Pickett didn't get a chance? Because somebody came to me today and that's the first thing that was said to me is, oh, Kenny Pickett got traded to the Eagles and he never even got a fair shot. I said 20 over 25 starts is not a chance. I feel like
That's a
he had a
fair
great
shot.
chance, more than Rudolph.
Way more. Way more. I'm upset about the Rudolph thing more than I am about the Kenny thing. I can say
Me
that.
too. Me
What?
too.
Yeah. What's up, George? What's up, Foots Big? What's up, 24K? 24K puts in here. No more Kenny Kitten mittens and no more Abe. Sorry, Abe, you're going to have to move over to the Eagles side. Crazy stuff. Yeah, poor Abe. He might not be with us no more. Yeah, he might not come in no more now that Kenny Kitten mittens is out. Hmm. Crazy. Fly, Eagles, fly with Kenny. Yeah. Kenny Kitten mittens. What's big? What's up?
You
Reginald says, Omar got me drinking Jack Daniel honey and tea. Damn. He going to the
ooh.
hard shit, boy.
Mark Malone says sign Tannehill and Dobbs. Do you think they'll go after Tannehill, bro?
You know what? The more and more I think about it, I'm starting to think about a Tannehill type thing. That it might not be a bad idea to have him as a 2 or 3. I don't know, just for somebody that's familiar with Arthur's system and that is a reliable veteran in case there is an injury. Now that Russell Wilson is the only guy on the roster employed by the Pittsburgh Steelers at quarterback. I mean, I don't think it would be a horrible move. I don't want to see it per se. Like I'm not like itching to see it. Maybe Joshua Dobbs comes back. I like Dobbs. I think they need to figure it out though, quick and in a hurry. And there are several holes. Is this starting to get scary for you guys? You know, put that in the chat. I want to know what you guys are thinking about that. Joshua Shields says, "Good evening. What's up?" Oh, D said where the article came from. If you guys want to go watch it, I think it was DK. Yeah, yeah,
I know I
uh,
am. I'm getting nervous. I'm wondering how they're going to fix all this mess, all these holes that need to be filled.
yeah. Robert says, Tannehill and a QB in the draft. I wonder if they had this plan all along. Guys, I keep saying this and like the content we put out, they have a plan. They have a plan A, B, C, and D. It's just whether we like it or not. You know what I mean? They definitely do in my eyes. I think they would. And at least if they don't, then they're damn dumb. You know what I mean? If I'm the general manager and I'm making moves, and I don't know about you, Sean, but if I'm gonna go start making moves, start taking veterans from my roster, start taking pieces away, I'm gonna know that there are ways to make additions to supplement those subtractions. What about you with that? Would you be like having a plan A, B, C, and D? You know what I mean? Or am I crazy here?
No, you're not crazy. I feel like that's what a normal person would do. Is you want to make sure that you got a plan B and C and D. Yeah, and just the fact that nobody's seen this one coming. Let's just hope that they have that. I'm just sitting there
Mm,
scratching my head all ever since I've heard.
yeah.
Great, another problem, another hole they got to fill.
Hmm.
Multiple. Yeah.
Lots of them. All right, guys, we're here with Steel City Live here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. That's Sean. Sean's joining me for the Friday show, and we're happy about that. Have a sidekick tonight. And uh, Kenny Pickett, that's the big news. He got moved to the Philadelphia Eagles. He was drafted for two 2025 seventh round picks. This is what the Steelers gained 2025 seventh round picks, and the Steelers swap picks with the Philadelphia Eagles in terms of now the Eagles have the Steelers pick 120 in the fourth round, and the Steelers move up into a top 100 pick, which is something special if you ask me, and get pick 98 for this year in this upcoming draft. So the Steelers now have two third round picks and one fourth round pick now. And they did too move up from their seventh round pick to have another sixth round pick. So Omar Khan is building draft capital here, Sean. It definitely is starting to show. I think so anyway. Mark Malone was saying sign Tannehill, sign Dobbs. Yeah, you read that one. What's up, Oscar? Oscar said that we should have signed Mason and that we should have kept him. And that might be, that might have been a miss on the con artist, man. That might have been a miss, no doubt about it. How are you going to not offer the QB that saved your job? Yeah, I agree. With the Steelers not offering Mason Rudolph any type of contract, Sean, um, do you think that they have any faith in him at all? Or do you think that it was just one of those things of like, look, man, we've got our look at Mason already. We don't like him. and that's just what it is. And we're going to continue to ride with that no matter what he would have done in 2023 at the end of the season. Do you think like nothing he could have done would have mattered for him to be able to be re-signed if they were thinking this way in the offseason?
That's what I'm starting to believe because, like I said, he did amazing. He showed that he made huge improvements, and he was a solid quarterback and a backup, and he showed me starting qualities that you look for, and that wasn't enough. So it just seems like it didn't matter what he was going to do. They had plans
Yeah.
to get rid of him. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. We just got somebody said Reginald Rivers. We just signed Van Jefferson. Steelers news. Van Jefferson. Let's see what this news is, guys. Let's check it out. That was from Reginald. The Steelers are signing wide receiver Van Jefferson to a 1-year deal. Let's get some more to these details. Thank you, Reginald, for the update, buddy. I have it up here, but it always doesn't pop up, so I had to search it. The
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers are signing wide receiver Van Jefferson to a 1-year deal, a new weapon for Russell Wilson. This is a guy that was a Los Angeles Ram. I don't know a ton about him, guys, so we need to do a little bit of research here. So has no impact on Tyler Boyd potentially coming to Pittsburgh. Also, Boyd at least has 4 teams inquiring about his services. That's from Mark Cabali. And Alex Kozora says Van Jefferson can play inside or outside. Arthur Smith connection last season. A lot of empty snaps / routes last season, but will do full film room / deep dive for more in the morning. One of the busiest days in Steelers offseason history. That's kind of crazy, guys. We'll get to some more of these chats here too. Sleeping Lady, they should get a wide receiver in this year's draft. Yeah, and a center. Stephen Carpenter, let's go. It's a great day to be in Steeler Nation. Yeah, so we got a receiver after you just said it, Sleeping Lady. D says, I think they didn't want Mason because of Wilson's struggles. The crowd would be chanting for Rudolph. Yeah, probably, no doubt, D. I'm a Titans fan next year. Does anybody know anything about the Titans? I don't. I ain't going there. I don't think they're going to be very good no matter what. We'll see. The 24K clearance sale in Pittsburgh for Kenny Pickett jerseys. Get them while you can. I have a signed one. Yeah, I have a signed Kenny Pickett jersey. Talk about super, super, super stupid now. Oh, well, maybe it'll be worth something one day. Don't forget to hit that like button as we move through as the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Van Jefferson, wide receiver, for a weapon for Russell Wilson. I don't know a lot about him. Do you know anything about him, Sean?
6'1", 200-pound receiver is what I'm seeing right here. Brentwood, he's born and raised
the
out
Rams.
of Yep. Let's see. Man, caught 87 passes for 1,251 yards and 14 touchdowns as a senior in high school. See, I'm looking all the way back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's played in he has 113 career catches, 1,600 yards, averages 14.2 yards a catch, 79 being his long, 10 touchdowns. Averaging 5.8 yards a catch. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He was selected by the Rams in the 2nd round with the 57th overall pick in 2020. The Rams previously traded wide receiver Brandon Cooks to the Houston Texans to acquire him.
Oh, they're saying that he was on the Atlanta Falcons also, so he must have got traded to the Falcons. Yeah, 2023, he had 12 catches, 101 yards, 14 was his long. No touchdowns, no yards, and he was with Arthur Smith, guys, last year. Sorry, I didn't know enough about him. Anything else? Corey, what's up, Corey? What's up, Joshua?
Hey,
yeah,
Corey.
I didn't know a lot about him either, Joshua. He played for Atlanta and the Rams last year. Stats not great. Good year in 21. Yeah, that's what it's looking like over here, JD. Sean, so in 2021, he had 50 catches for 802 yards, averaged 16 yards a catch, and that's where he had 79 being his long catch with 6 touchdowns. And that was pretty decent. What do you think about this guy just from a gut check reaction?
I'm wondering if this is so they plan on replacing Deontay. Is this the big move, or are they still gonna look in the draft? I'm just kind of scratching my head at all this. This is all new, and
I still think
Um,
no matter what they do, they go to the draft, Sean. I think so. I'm not sure though. This
I
guy's
hope so.
27 years old. Um, like I said, there's 4 teams in on Boyd. That might not be an option, but I think getting this guy, he could be serviceable possibly, and then go and get one of those big names in the draft. That might be it. I mean, I'm
I
not
mean,
sure.
obviously he's got talent. I mean, he's got some stats here. He went in the second round at pick 57. That says something. You know, he
Hmm.
he he was highly sought after a few years ago. So maybe he's gotten better. Maybe he can. We'll see. I definitely got to look into this
Hmm.
guy.
The Steelers still have a lot of holes, guys. This is kind of concerning to me. There's still some centers out there. There's still some tackles on the free agent market. I'm not sure, man. I'm just not sure where this goes. It's kind of crazy how they've handled this. There's cornerbacks still out there, guards. Is Justin Simmons signed anywhere yet, guys? I'm not sure about that. I didn't
JD
know.
said JD said he played for Atlanta and the Rams last year. Stats not great in year 2021.
Yeah.
Not to be a bit of a downer, but 50 catches on 89 targets.
Hmm. Yeah, that's 39 that he didn't catch. Now, that's not saying, though, that they weren't overthrows, things like that. I mean, we'd have to really break it down, but JD's right there. It's not something to be excited about. Wesley Boyd. I think we will get Boyd and then take another wide receiver in the fourth. Are you related to Tyler Boyd, Wesley Boyd?
Give us
What a
insight.
coincidinky dink.
I hope we
Are
get
you?
Boyd too.
Is he here to give us the inside scoop here at Mike Drop Sports on the show Steel City Live? Making sure you're hitting that like button.
Yeah. Subscribe to find out.
Nathaniel Sampson, how do you feel about Kenny Pickett going to the Eagles? I was waiting for you to jump in, Nathaniel. I know you're an Eagles fan, and what do you think about this move? I think you're getting a guy that could possibly one day maybe be okay, but he's um, sitting behind Jalen Hurts, and that's even if he's going to be able to beat out Marcus Mariota. And I don't know if that'll even happen. Marcus Mariota's bad too, in my eyes. But I just don't think that he's going to be a quality NFL starter. I think he could be a quality backup because he doesn't turn the ball over. That's just my initial thoughts. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers did gain a good pick at pick 98 for him. Not what they spent on him, but they did get something back, which I'm actually quite surprised. That's just my thoughts. Oh, Reginald Rivers. He has a Super Bowl ring with the Rams. Yeah, he does. That's true. They did win it not long ago. Do you think the Steelers go get OBJ? I don't think the Steelers are into those big name type personalities like that. I don't think, but I wouldn't be shocked, Steeler lady, because this is kind of an odd off season so far. Sean, what do you think about that? Do you think this is kind of just going a little bit different, a little bit odd? Does this strike you as odd, a non-typical type off season for these guys?
This is the craziest offseason I can remember in a
Hmm.
long time, man. I can't remember just being. It's almost like every day I wake up and I'm reading the news and I'm like, no way. The past week has been nuts, and I can't remember an offseason like this one. This is fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. Yeah. Wesley Boyd said no, but if we get him, I'm definitely buying his jersey. Yeah, you would fit, man, perfectly, Wesley. I like Tyler Boyd. I just like his attitude. I like the way he plays ball. Stephen Carpenter, Mariota in Washington. Oh, okay, Nathan. I didn't know that, Nathaniel and Stephen. I thought he was still with the Eagles. Yeah, Mariota's horrible.
Yeah,
But he's not there anymore, so he's in Washington. All right.
crazy. He won a Heisman too, and just came to the NFL and crumbled.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. No doubt, man. He's another one of them like powders, crybaby type dudes. You can just tell, you see it in his attitude. Um, what do you guys think the Steelers' next move should be? You see guys like Marquise Hollywood Brown going to the Kansas City Chiefs. You see these teams that are rich get richer. What are you thinking, Sean, with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Where do you think their next move in free agency should be? Should they try to fill one of these spots on the offensive line with a veteran? Should they try to maybe grab another guy in the wide receiver room? What do you think they should do next?
Man, I still think they should stick with fixing that offensive line, go to the draft and try to get like the best center that you can get. And maybe, I don't know about the free agency, what's left out there. I hope they
Mm-hmm.
can go to the draft for the O line and maybe find some receivers if there's any available in
Yeah.
the free agency, maybe. But then again, the Steelers are known for finding the hidden talent on receiving cores,
Yeah.
so on the receiving position. So maybe they got a list of receivers that maybe that's off the target list for other teams. Who knows? I'm just so like taken back by everything, man. Like I have so many questions going through my head.
Yeah, me too, man. It is absolutely insane. 24K, Mariota is absolutely horrible. Foot's big. I'm drinking Southern Comfort 100 and Dr. Pepper. Foot's big, going in hard. Also, with I think Reginald was getting some whiskey in, man. These boys are getting MC hammered up in this bitch tonight. All right, guys, welcome here to Steel City Live. I'm Jason, that's Sean, and we're here on the only channel that matters in Steelers news and updates, and that's Mike Drop Sports. So if you're not with us, you're against us. So join, man. No, just playing. Join up, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and join the conversation that we have every day concerning your favorite team and also every team from around the NFL. We like to talk it all here, especially on the live show. What else, guys, happened today? Oh, the introductory press conferences. Oh, George going with UConn and Red Bull. You guys are hard on a Friday. Mike Drop Mafia is hardcore on a Friday, bro.
They don't mess around. Mike Drop. Not only they
No,
mic drop, they bottle drop too.
they gonna drink until they drop. No
Dropping
doubt
bottles,
about it. No doubt
popping
about it,
bottles.
boys. Crazy, crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. So, what'd you think? I don't know. Did you get a chance to watch the introductory press conferences today for Russell Wilson, Patrick Queen, and Elliott, the safety?
No, I saw a few shorts, but I did not watch the conferences. No.
Mm, they were okay. I had one guy that was a Denver Broncos fan. He said Russell Wilson gave that same lip service in Denver, and you saw what happened. I don't think he was that bad in Denver. I just don't think he fit the system correctly. I just think it wasn't a good match. I really don't. I don't know about you. What is your thoughts on Russell Wilson now that you know he is going to be the starter for 2024? Like it was a mystery to begin with, but now that it's definitively set in stone, as the Pittsburgh Steelers say, Russell Wilson is their man, and if he can't do it, no one can. So, what do you think, man?
You know
What do
what?
you think he's going to do next year?
I think. Well, I hope that he comes out and he plays the system well. And I don't see it. I see it as a good fit right now with Arthur Smith coming in. We got the great running backs. They just need to fix the O line, and he can do a lot of damage, with that heavy running game scheme and a little bit of play action. And Russ can do it. He's shown in the past that he can play the play action. He did it in Seattle, and I think it's a good fit, man. And I'm more excited now this year than I was last year with what we have, with what we had.
Mm,
That's a good thing. I think it's an
yeah,
upgrade.
yeah, I think it'll be. JD says Jimmy Garoppolo signed with the Rams 1 year deal. Jimmy G, sweatsuit crew extraordinaire, always hurt. Stay focused, Thomas Sherlock. Fly, Eagles, fly. Then he says we're going back this coming year and winning. Mark my words. I love your enthusiasm about your team, bro. Foot's big. Sorry, but there's only one Pennsylvania team that matters. Sleeping Lady get J.J. Watt, Smith Schuster, and A.B. Man, you're trying to bring back all these people that have been on the couch for like 2 years. Sleeping Lady.
Stay
Stay.
focused, Thomas Sherlock. Y'all have too many holes. Russ will and still is overrated, shown in Denver. Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? You guys got Pickett now. You better hope your quarterback stays healthy.
Yeah, you're in trouble, bro. I hope you don't like touchdown passes there. If Jalen Hurts ain't in, you're in trouble. Stay focused. You are in trouble. You ain't
Kenny
scoring no points. Hope your defense is
Kitten
good.
Mittens came to town. You guys got kitten mittens.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. Kenny Kitten Mittens. Meow. So it's all right. All good though. Jalen Hurts is a beast. If Jalen Hurts is on the field, they'll be all right. But You saw how that all transpired last year. You got to have that team gel, man. Footsbig says he sees a 12-win season coming. Yeah, we just signed Van Jefferson, Bonnet Man reacts. Yeah. All right. I want to read this from Albert Bear. He can confirm that at Jerry Dulac's reporting that Kenny Pickett's handling of the Russell Wilson signing was a factor in the Steelers' decision. He communicated to the team he was fine with competing for the job. Then went the other way when Wilson was added. So he is gone. That's what happened, dude. Kenny Kittenmitten's got his panties in a ruffle, and shit went downhill for Kenny Kitten. Real quick and in a hurry. He's from New Jersey. He probably thought to himself, let me go sit the bench for the Eagles. I'll make a couple bucks there, hang loose. Hopefully Jalen don't get hurt and I have to go in. Shit could get bad. But it is what it is. Kenny ain't that bad, but he did become a crybaby quick and in a hurry, if you ask me. All right. Good luck to us all. May the best team win. Later, dude. Foot's big. Who's Van Jefferson? Wide receiver that played with Atlanta and the Rams, had one good year in 2021, and now is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Foot's big. Stephen Carpenter, Kenny is as soft as ice cream on a hot summer day. Yes, you're right about that. He's as soft as Charmin, man. That is another thing, Sean. That injury history for Kenny Pickett, 7 injuries already in a short career, dude, in 2 years. That was concerning to me. Are you glad to be rid of someone that was that injury prone? I mean, was that really weighing on you having Kenny Pickett on the roster?
It was. And just the fact that they kept on just constantly repeating themselves saying, Kenny's going to be our starter. Every time I heard that, it was like, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it. I wanted either Mason or anybody but Kenny, really. He's historically the worst, statistically in Pittsburgh, to come in there and throw the ball around. I'm so glad that this happened. I really am. I'm glad that we have Russell Wilson that's able to come over and play a season in Pittsburgh. And thanks to the Denver Broncos for paying his salary for us.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah. All right.
We'll take it.
Sean, you're making me jealous with your coffee because I didn't make a coffee. I should have made a coffee. I didn't want to be late, though. Jefferson must be really cheap. Oh, he might be.
Still pretty early over here, you guys. I can still drink a little bit of coffee, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Former number 2 draft choice of the Rams. So Jefferson was the number 2 draft choice of the Rams in 2020. That's pretty good.
Yeah. 57, right?
Yeah, pick 57, second round. What do you guys think about the Pittsburgh Steelers possibly packaging some of this stuff up to make a trade up? Could they be going after a young gun in the draft? That's a question, man. 24K. As much as it pains me to say this, the Eagles are getting an upgrade in Kitten Mittens over Mariota. Yeah, I would say over Mariota, definitely. Mariota blows, dude. Mariota is like one of those just like weird, creepy dudes. I don't know, man. Real quiet, just real weird. He abandoned the Atlanta Falcons in a time of need whenever they needed him to stick around, and went from the second that he got benched. All of a sudden, he was well enough to play then. And then when he got benched, it was like, oh, I need a surgery. Dude, that's kind of weirdo shit to me,
Yeah. Yeah, he would have dressed down for the third string position and play underneath anybody. Kenny Pickett. It's just horrible. Get that attitude out of there, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Footsbig must have got tore up from the floor up already. He's already switched back to T. Yeah, he is a weird, creepy dude, man. Nathaniel says Philly D is amazing with Devin White. Philly D is good, but we'll see. We'll just see how it goes, man. They had a rough one last year. That is the only good thing probably about him there, Nathaniel, is his autograph. No doubt about it. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button as we move through the show here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason, that's Sean, and we're just talking Steelers, talking events of the day, how this is all unfolded, and where do the Pittsburgh Steelers go next? That is the big question. I want to know what you guys think. The Pittsburgh Steelers, where should they go next? Where should be the next move that they should really, or what the next move that they should be really focusing on here, guys? I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. Footsbig says he's still drinking. You guys are talking about coffee. I said I switched from coffee to tea in general. Okay. Footsbig still in the booze.
What about
Wesley
getting
Boyd.
Tannehill?
What's that?
Wesley Boyd, I was going to read what you go ahead. You read
Go
it.
ahead. You can read it. Go ahead.
Yeah. What about getting Tannehill and take Bo Nix in the second or Pickett in the third? We need to take the center in the first. I agree, man. You got to take the center in the first. I'm all there with you on the offensive line. But my problem is I don't think Bo Nix is all that solid. But you know what? At this point, I wouldn't complain about it because we got to have somebody in there to play backup. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, I think one of the young guys is where you need to go, man, for sure. I think we need that center, though, man. If whichever one you can get, you got to get because I think people sleep on center a lot. Center is the most important to me. You got to have that, you know. Breaking news here on Mike Drop Sports: the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Colin Kaepernick. According to Footsbig, he's got his ear low to the ground. Colin Kaepernick, the next backup quarterback. He will be the fourth string guy heading into training camp. No, just a joke, guys. Sorry. All right. What's up, Steelers Nation? Oso? How do you say that name right there, Sean? Oso. Oso? Also?
Yeah. Oso.
Oh, so good, baby. Oh, so good. There you go.
Steelers are so good.
Footsbig says Colin Kaepernick, he'll be the G string guy. Yeah, he may be. He may be. He may be. Dude, I don't know if whoever put this comment on one of the things earlier, on one of my videos earlier, they was like perving out, man. I don't know who you are if you're watching live or not, but you know what I mean. They were talking about Eagles cheerleaders and stuff. They were like perving out a little bit. Slow down, slow down, slow it down a little bit. But they was perving out on us a little bit.
Ease up.
I couldn't even reply because I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, sometimes it's better just not to say nothing, brother.
No doubt. And I have a soccer update for the masses. Oh, excuse me, dude. These are like kind of hurting me a little bit because my son had these in the drawer. We've had our Halloween candy like piled away that they've like saved and hoarded. So like I go in to rate it, and some of these are a little stale and they taste a little funky. I'm on my third one here because they've just been tasting bad. So we might be in real trouble here with the lollipops, and that might be an issue moving forward here on Steel City Live. I just wanted to give everybody an update on that.
Yeah, well,
another weird, creepy guy. What'd you say?
You got to be careful with that.
Yes. Kind of weird. It's probably old. It is old. It's not probably. It is old. Ray Hollinger. Are we going to get Pat Pete back? He wants to come back to help Porter. I don't think it would be a bad idea if he was on a vet minimum deal, man. You can't pay him any type of money. He's not good enough anymore. He did some okay things, and I'm not saying he's a bad athlete. I'm just saying he gets smoked. Do you want to see Pat Pete back, Sean? Do you think it's worth the risk of bringing him back to be like a mentor if that's the best thing you're going to get out of him? Or would you rather go get somebody that can play some ball?
Honestly, they should probably get somebody that can play some ball. It wouldn't like be a bad thing to have him back to help mentor, but we need some playmakers like right now, not mentors. We should have. That's what Arthur Smith and the coaches can do is help get these guys ready and prepared for the big game. Have you heard anything about Juju Smith-Schuster? What's going on with him?
I don't know. Somebody said he's not a free agent. I don't know. I just don't know. The Steelers typically don't bring back players that they've gotten rid of. That's the only problem with that. I don't know, though. You never know. This has been an odd offseason, so anything can kind of happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. JD found the comment. Yeah, don't put his screen name out here. Yeah. I told you, though, JD, it was a little odd to me. It was just a little bit too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I read thousands of comments each week, so it's like maybe I was just like skimming through it too quick and took it out of context. I don't know. It just like vibed me out as a weird, weird comment, man. I think he'd be good if he's cheap for depth. Not at cornerback though. Maybe in the slot a little bit, but man, you could obviously tell he definitely lost a step last year or two. You know, I think so anyway. That's just
Very,
my
yeah, for
opinion
sure.
on it.
Somebody
Hmm.
brought it up in the comments earlier. They brought up Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm not sure who it was, but I did read it, and I thought I'd bring it
Hmm.
up too, see what you guys thought. What's going on with him?
I don't know. I really don't even know where he is. I think he's still in New England. I'm not sure how that's going though.
And
I'm not
no, I
sure.
still would not want Fields. No, I don't care if we don't have another one. I'm not a believer in Fields, man. I'm not a big fan of the running back quarterbacks, man. I like somebody that can deliver the ball through the air.
Yeah, no doubt. JD agreed with me. It was creepy. Yeah, I agree. Adam, shout out to Adam. I don't know why people do that. Give me a shout out, please. Give me a shout out, please.
Adam Augustine,
Like I'm
what's up,
famous or
bro?
some shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you don't want to shout out for me. I'm like I'm a regular dude. Me giving you a shout out ain't doing nothing for you. All right, dude. Let's keep going. What do you guys think? Robert Rhodes said Bo Nix will go to the first round. Penix would fall. Okay. Of all the injuries, Rattler or Pratt in the fourth is probably the move. I think it's going to be like a Rattler or Pratt type deal. I think it's going to be a mid to late round. Do you think there's any chance in hell, Sean, the Steelers package up some of this draft capital and try to move up to get a Jaden Daniels or something like that? Do you think they would try that far to get up into the first round real far to try to get one of these elite name quarterbacks? Well, so-called elite name quarterbacks.
I'd be surprised if they did, just because of all the other holes that need to be filled. I feel
Me
like
too.
that'd be kind of you're going to be putting other areas at risk more. You're going to fall back further in the draft and other areas. And man, for another quarterback, I don't know.
Mm.
That's a tough one. Like I said, ever since they moved Kenny Pickett out, I've been sitting there going, "What are they going to do now?"
Yeah. I
Yeah,
still have yet to think of it too, man. I don't know. Ray says I'm just here to hear a Pittsburgh accent again. Been gone for 20 years. He's been out of here for 20 years. Now, Pittsburgh definitely has a distinct accent when you go there from people that are like real Pittsburghers, man. They definitely do. I don't have it as bad. So thankfully, but yeah, some people got some deep, thick. You can tell they're from Pittsburgh accent, no doubt about it. Old Grizz, I think they let Mason go to appease Pickett, and now Pickett bails. Um, I don't think that was why they let Mason go, Old Grizz. I don't. I think they just didn't like him. I just think they've seen enough of him, is my opinion. And I think the Steelers wanted to go a different route. I'm not saying they disliked him as a person because I think Mason is a very good, likable type person. I don't that. I just think that they had seen enough, and they weren't on board with the Mason train anymore. That's just what I think. Hmm.
unreal, unreal.
JD says, but if you became super famous, he can say, I knew him when he just started. Well, JD, we have no fear of that, my friend. At least, yeah, we have no fear of that. But anyway, Nathaniel Sampson, I have no clue why the reports are saying McCarthy will go top 10. I didn't think he would be in the top 10. I don't know. He should go be going third or fourth round. That's where I thought. I thought he was like a mid to late round pick. Coward never lost his accent. No, he has a thick one. He does.
I miss
Uh,
seeing him on the sidelines just yelling with spit coming out of his mouth.
yeah. Guys, you don't never really get to see the side profile of me. Look at this chin. That's a coward chin right there. That's a big chin now. I got the coward chin. Maybe that's a Pittsburgh type thing, Pennsylvania type thing. But I got a massive chin. You always get me from the front, so you might not be able to tell. But that is a big son of a bitch chin right here. That's a coward chin. That's coward power. Coward power.
Cow power.
All right, we just won't read dumb comments. Ray, I've been seeing JJ going in the late second. That could be maybe two. I would say maybe that would have been like his ceiling, like the top late second, like end of the second round, I would have said that would have been the ceiling if you'd asked me. But maybe others are picking him up, higher. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button when you're in here, man. Make sure you do that. It helps us out big time. And we're just going to continue on with the show, but I want to keep reminding you to hit that like button. And if you become a member of the Mic Drop Mafia in the membership tab, you get a chance to win that picture. It's coming up soon, not too much longer. We're going to give that away to somebody. All right,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Get
Baller.
James Harrison to sign it.
Dude, I'm gonna try. I've been thinking about ways to do it. I'm gonna try to figure out if he'll be at any of these card shows or anything. I'll do
Yeah.
that. hmm I'd like to see James Harrison up close, man. Oh man, I bit into that damn sucker and it jacked my tooth up. Oh, that hurt, guys. Old Grizz, Pickett okayed the competition with Mason, but requested a trade once they brought in Wilson. Yes, they did. Pickett, I don't know. I feel like it's cowardly. I feel like you would want to stay with the team that drafted you because you wanted to prove something. It just shows me a little bit of character, Kenny Pickett, and shows me that you wouldn't want a guy on the roster that shies away from competition, that when things get tough, runs away or wants to run away or asks to run away. I think that is a problem with the younger generation today, if you ask me. And I'm not trying to knock people, but man, we have a soft generation of kids and young people right now that the minute you say anything to them, they freaking crumble and they fall apart and they got to run away from the situation. When tough gets going, man, you got to get a little bit tougher and you got to work a little bit harder. And that's how you succeed, man. What are your thoughts on that, Sean? Just the sheer fact that Kenny Pickett is running away from a competition, asking to get out of there, not trying to be a competitor. That tells me that I don't want him as my man as the franchise guy. What do you think about that? Just that specific part of it.
That's a cowardly thing to do. You need to go out there and earn your shit, man. You got to. That's exactly. It kind of reflects on his play and on his playing abilities too. Every time he felt any kind of pressure at all in that pocket, he ran away. He ran out of the pocket. He didn't want to stay in there and try to fight and get the play open, or to give the receiver time to open up and make the delivery. It's just he likes to run, man. That's all I can say about Pickett. Mr. Checkdown went to Philadelphia. Good luck, Philly.
Delbert Leonard brings something up before I forget, and I actually feel kind of shitty that I haven't said it. But one of the Pitt Panthers' all-time greats, Aaron Donald, did retire today, guys. And I have to say he had one of the better careers that I've ever seen from that position, the defensive tackle position. He is a sheer monster, always has been. I thought he was never overrated. I thought he was every bit of what people were saying that he was all the time. Super Bowl champion, really has many accolades throughout his NFL career. And I want to wish him a happy retirement, and maybe he comes out of retirement. Maybe he comes to Steelers.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Never know, never know. But Delbert, thank you for reminding me. What is bigger news? Delbert asked. What's bigger news? KPA trade or Aaron Donald retirement? I say Aaron Donald retirement, but that's just me.
Man, yeah, they're both pretty shocking, I guess. But man, I'm still stunned. I didn't see this one coming. Kenny Pickett getting traded. Of course, he was whining because he didn't like Russell Wilson coming to town. That's just mind-boggling. These younger generations, yeah, they're scared, bro. They don't know. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what to do when their back's against the wall.
No, D brings this up. In Pickett's defense, Mason had that competition, won it, and still didn't start. I wouldn't stay if I was him either. And I get that fully, D, and I'm on board with you because I think they spit in Mason Rudolph's face because he was the best quarterback in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, a couple different times, not just once, a couple different times during those so-called competitions. And he was the best man for the job several times, at least from my eyes and several other people's eyes that were right there with boots on the ground. They seen it. But I still think that Kenny Pickett, any of these guys that demand to get out right away as soon as something gets hard, I think that is still a cowardly thing in my eyes. I have to say that. if you see any comments, Sean, just go ahead. Nathaniel Simpson, instead of the James Harrison frame, you should do the Kenny Pickett jersey. Nah, I want to keep it. It's signed, and I got a regular one too. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I got a lot of other stuff I can get rid of. We'll do more, but we'll go with this one. We'll start with this one. I'll have show and tell on here one day. There's a couple cool ones to my left here, but we'll do show and tell one day. We'll get some out. Maybe we'll figure out what the next thing is. BR Blue, wouldn't be surprised we get Boyd draft first round center, second trading up in the second round, and wide receiver in the third. Okay, yeah, I agree. I like center and tackle is what I want in the first 2 rounds, and wide receiver wouldn't hurt. I figured it out. BR Blue, thank you, buddy, for correcting it. Nathaniel Sampson, Sean, that was the exact same thing as Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah, him running out the pocket all the time. Well, they're going to do 2 quarterbacks that do that, yeah?
Yeah, Jalen got a little bit better. Not much, but he still moves around. I like Jalen's game, but I feel like Jalen can do a little bit more each year. I felt like he's gotten better a little bit each year. And that's a good sign if you're asking me, if you're paying that kind of a guy, that kind of money, you're paying a quarterback that kind of money. You want to see that growth year after year. And I think Jalen has done that. I just watched a highlight video of Harrison against the Ravens when he had 3.5 sacks, 1 pick, 3 forced fumbles, and Ben threw 5 TDs in the first half. That was a crazy game, bro. Oh, shit.
That was awesome. Did you drop your earbud?
Drop the shitty sucker, dude.
Even worse.
I got 3 of them laying here now. 3 dead ones. 3 dead ones, boys. 3 dead ones. He restructured his contract and then retired class act not to leave the Rams in a bind. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like Aaron Donald, dude. George Tesson, agree, Jason. Stephen Carpenter, I live in Philly area. And after the trade turned into the local sports radio station, and Eagles fans are not happy. I wouldn't be happy either. I think it's a grave mistake on the part of the Eagles bringing in Kenny Pickett, especially getting rid of a top 100 draft pick, because those are considered to be the most valuable. What do you think about what the Pittsburgh Steelers got back in return for Kenny Pickett, Sean? Is that something that you feel? Do you feel like they made a little bit back of what they spent? Do you like it? Do you like what they got back?
Yeah, I do. It's, we get another 3rd rounder instead of just 1. We get 2, so that we're going to get a better draft pick after all. And it's you get a little bit back after going out and failing on a draft pick from prior. So it's kind of a chance to redeem yourself a little, get a little something back. And that's the way I'm going to look at it. You've got to find a positive in this, and I can see actually multiple positives into this. And as for the Philly fans, and how they feel about Kenny coming to town, that's exactly what us Pittsburgh fans felt when we signed Mitch Trubisky. Yeah. It's horrible, but you know what? You got to sit there and you have to lay in that bed with that you guys made.
So these are the Pittsburgh Steelers draft slots, guys. We'll get to some more of the comments in a minute. If I miss any, I apologize. First round in the 20th overall pick will go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then in the second round, they have the 19th pick of the second round, which is pick 51 overall. In the third round, they have the 20th pick overall, and that was pick 84. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers turn pick 120 that they owned into the 98th pick. So the Steelers will pick in the back 50. So out of the top 100, the Pittsburgh Steelers have in the back 50 of the top 100 3 draft choices. Now, does that make that sound a little bit better there, Sean?
It does. Like I say, you're going to get a couple of picks in the third round. That's great.
Mm-hmm. And now you look at it too here, Sean. What do you think about how this sounds? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks inside of the first 119 selections. Does that make it sound better?
I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Yeah, when you start breaking it down like that, because we got a lot of holes to fill. And we can do it that, quick. Get 2 for the offensive line. Got to find a quarterback, some receivers. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, I like that. And then a 5th round, then a sixth round, then another sixth round pick. So they have two sixth round picks this year. And they traded away the seventh. So they don't even pick in the seventh round. But the Pittsburgh Steelers and Omar Khan have steadily increased the value of the draft capital that they have, and they've added to that. Do you think that that is a good thing, what Omar's doing there, Sean? Increasing the draft capital, adding value to it. Is that more important than maybe just having, right now we have some big holes? Maybe just gaining draft capital. Is that more important right now than just going out and signing random people in free agency just to fill needs?
Possibly, yeah. And the con man, he's the roster. It's all under construction. I have faith in the con. It's I'm not going to stress over this. I just know the guy's working his magic, and like you said, the more you're breaking it down, the better I'm feeling. I do have faith that the con man is going to fix this, and the Steelers are going to come out of this on top. You got to stay positive.
Corey says Pickett is like a shitty diaper. Glad to get a pick for him at all. Good on the Steelers to get some solid draft capital for him. That's good trade stock to trade back and multiply picks. That's another thing, too, they could do. Good comment, Corey. That's another thing that they could do. Maybe trade around and, add more picks. Move back. Get out of things, That's from Patrick, not Corey.
Thanks, Patrick. You know who Patrick is? He's the one that sang the song with me.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, I know who he is. Yep.
What's up, Patrick?
The draft will be held April 25th through the 27th in Detroit, Michigan. I want to remind everybody that night, April 25th, Sean and I will be live for our draft show as we will be dissecting the first round, clean up until the Steelers pick, and then we'll see how far we can go beyond that because it does get quite time consuming. But we will be there until pick 20, no doubt about it. And at least we'll try to be. But we'll do it, man. We'll see how it goes.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Truly breezy. Jesus Christ loves you, and he's the way and truth and the life, and no one comes before the Father God except for through him. Repent and ask God a supernatural encounter, and he will give you one. I love my Lord and Savior. Thank you, truly breezy. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's keep on going here with the Steelers news. Anybody want to put in the comments anything else about where you think the Pittsburgh Steelers should move next? I've really not seen where everybody really wants the Steelers to go here, guys. Where you think their next move should be. I'm not sure where I even want it to be. I'm not sure how you attack this here, but the Pittsburgh Steelers definitely do have some holes, man, and they got to start filling them up. Van Jefferson coming from the Falcons, starts to fill out that wide receiver room. Even with the signing, Sean, of Van Jefferson, the wide receiver, would you still like to see one more free agent target in the wide receiver room? Or are you content with where they're at now and then maybe just go hit this draft hard and heavy with it?
I'd still be stoked. I'm still hoping to get Boyd from Cincinnati. I'd like to see him come over and wear a Steelers jersey and help us out. That would be my favorite right now for the free agent.
Yeah, no doubt. D says the big reason I'm pissed at Tomlin and Omar is they could have waited 2 days in the announcement of the Wilson signing and made Mason $1 million or $2 million more. Yeah, I mean, that would have been cool of them to do, definitely, and it would have been a big favor for Mason, to get a couple more $1 million probably, and definitely would have increased his value, and it definitely did lower it. I don't know how well they've got along, it seems like. I just don't know. I really don't know how well they actually, if they were tight. You know what I mean? I just don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems weird. Just seems like an odd relationship, definitely. It makes you wonder. Hey, is this Tyler Boyd? Ty BD. I thought it was Ty BD, meaning Tyler Boyd, 35. I wish that's what I was going to say. Ty BD, 35. I wish that Kenny would have stayed after Russ leaves. He would have been next. Maybe. You just never know, man. You don't even know how he's going to develop, and you might as well get something for him while somebody offered, Andy wanted out. the Steelers weren't trying to trade him at first. He wanted out, That's the
He doesn't.
problem. That's the issue.
Kenny has an ego problem. He doesn't want to sit behind anybody else. He doesn't want to learn. He sat behind Mason, watched Mason play an amazing game, and then when the press asked him if he learned anything, he said no.
And too, more is coming out about that, Sean, about him in the Seattle Seahawks game. He took second team reps all week in practice, and then all of a sudden magically wasn't healthy enough to sit behind Mason in Seattle. That was a direct bullshit, like little temper tantrum that he threw. And that's coming to light there too. That's another big reason, Sean, that I think that they weren't happy with Kenny Pickett.
Jerry Dulac said something about it even. Yeah, he said that it's actually true that Pickett was having a little he was throwing a little fit, and yeah, he didn't want to go suit up, and that was all a lie. Kenny Pickett lied to the media.
Yeah. Stephen Carpenter said, I'd like to see at least one signing on the O-line still. I would too, man. There's some tackles, I think, out there still, Got to make a move, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
JD, I wonder if Mason knew about Russ before he signed with Tennessee and then made his decision. Guys, like I said, man, I didn't know for sure 1,000%, but I know somebody that had a little bit of knowledge of the real estate market in the city of Pittsburgh. And they were informed that Russell Wilson's representation was looking for stuff about a month ago. And I told Sean about it. Sean knew whenever I found out. This was about a month ago. And guys, I think that this has been in the works long before we just seen what happened. Now, I still don't know if that was right and accurate, and I never reported it to anybody. I never brought that news out there. I ain't into that kind of shit just because I couldn't confirm it to make sure that that was the truth, and I still can't confirm it to make sure it's the truth. But maybe this has been going on for a long time. And then when you say, I wonder if Mason knew about it, JD, I think they all have known about it for a while. I really, really do. I think that this has been in the works for a long time. What says you, Sean? Do you think that they've known about this kind of shit for a while and that they were really openly trying to pursue Russell Wilson and that it was an actual option for quite a while now?
Yeah, it sounds like it to me that, like you said, we heard about that over a month ago about him looking around for houses over there in the Pittsburgh area. And that tells me a lot that there was a lot being said there, that they tried to keep it on the down low, and they probably kept it on the down low for a long time. And now it's the cat's out of the bag, and Kenny Pickett's crying. He's licking his mittens, his kitten mittens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's been brewing for a while, bro.
I do too. I think yes, people know stuff, man. People know people in the media down in Pittsburgh. People know other people. People have intimate knowledge and relationships with these players. They know them on a personal level. Shit like that. I get that. But there's always secrets. There's always twists. There's always turns. Everybody don't know everything. You know what I mean? That's why I never wanted to just say, oh, I heard this and tell everybody that, because you just never know. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things, man. You just got to watch it all unfold and see how it goes. And we'll truly never have the real story, the whole 1,000%. We'll have about 85% of it, though. Definitely. Mark Malone, Mr. PP. Oh, PBN's throwing a fit. Yeah, he was, Mark. No doubt. I thought you were saying something else, so I started reading it in my head. I thought you were saying something crazy. D says DK's article made it sound like the Seattle thing was a Tomlin mistake. Yeah, man, like I said, DK or somebody or any of them, they know people, and we're getting bits and pieces. I still don't think he even knows, like, fully. No one does until you're in the situation. I think that's all. Like I said, we're all getting bits and pieces, and he probably knows better than all of us. He has way more connections than anybody here or anybody, most people in the sports media world down in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, I'm sure what he's saying is, that 95% pretty damn accurate. And then there's that 5% that if you're not that person involved, you just, it's one of those types of things. I just don't know. I think that Kenny was throwing a fit. I think he was healthy enough to play. I'm not sure if it was a Tomlin mistake, but I guess we'll never know. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
TYBD35 sounds like Russ had it with Sean Payton in the Broncos, and Russ wanted to go to Pittsburgh. Mm, Yeah, I think that Sean Payton didn't want Russ. It wasn't a guy that he brought in. I think that that's what it is. Russell
They could
performed.
have kept him.
Russell's. Yeah, they could have. They could have. They definitely could have. Robert Road. Not that the price matters to a guy that has money like Russ, but it is dirt cheap around Pittsburgh compared to Denver. Where I live, most houses go for at least 800K, and that is for a small house. Absolutely. Like, look at the prices down, or even where Sean lives in Hawaii, how that market changes so differently. Then you look at prices where I'm currently living in Morgantown. A lot of the houses here are 300 to $1.5 million. Like, that's like the price range here, and then I'm looking at a house that's like 4 bedrooms, it's like a 9-10 room house. And that's almost $500,000 for that. And that's a normal house. It's a nice house. It's a little above average, but still, that's like normal living, man. Like for most people. And that costs a lot of money. And exactly right, Robert. His money is going to go for a lot more down here. And he's not going to have to, pay the price tag that he would in Denver. Denver, he's probably paying 20-30 million for a mansion. Here, he's probably paying 10, 12, something like that. I don't know. Look at your market down there, Sean. Somebody could build their own damn house and it'd be still worth $500,000 probably.
It's crazy, bro. The things yeah, the prices out here are astronomical.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy what a house costs, and they price people out, man. Normal families that deserve a real chance to have a home and to be a homeowner can't do it because these prices are crazy. Mortgages are $2, $3, $4,000 a month. It's absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll check it out, D. Is it on the website? Probably. I don't normally go to that. I usually only listen to YouTube stuff, but I'll go check it out. If it's on the website, I'll go check it out. Robert Bishop, Vandergrift, Apollo Mars, Leechburg, or is that too far of a travel? I think a lot of them live like out toward the airport and shit like that. That's where I think they all live. I don't know where they all live, man. I don't know where they all live. Maybe they probably live all over down there. There's some big time neighborhoods with big houses. Robert said he thinks Russ paid $25 million in Denver. Yeah, that's craziness, man.
Wow.
That's a lot of freaking bread, bro. What's up, Skyler? Kenny Kit Mittens is history. All right, yeah, I'll go read that, bro. Robert Road, Wexford and Gibsonia. Yeah, that might be the areas, man. That might be it. I don't know. Maybe out near Ross Park Mall and all those places. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't never have the cash to live in those areas. I don't know. I don't know where they live. All right, guys. Make sure you hit that like button for us as we move forward here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason. That's Sean. We've been going for about an hour. Sean, if you need to go, man, you're good to go whenever you want. That's okay with me. I don't want to hold you, but you are welcome to always be here. I just wanted to tell you you don't have to be here if you don't want to.
Thank you,
That's up
brother.
to you. I know we've been going for an hour, so.
Yeah, I'll have to dip out here in a few minutes.
All right, buddy. I know you said that you had to work too tonight, so like I said, I appreciate you for coming. I just didn't want to hold you up and make you chained to the old mic drop. Steel City Live.
No, I had to come on, man. I had to get in on this, and with this Kenny Pickett trade and everything that's so crazy, I had to come on here and talk some football with you guys.
Yeah, guys. I appreciate it though, man, for sure. Thank you. I hate flying solo.
How do we feel about Derrick Henry in Baltimore? I feel they're gonna be running heavy, says Corey. They're gonna be trying to run the ball all the time, and Derrick Henry in the past, he's never rushed more than 75 yards against Pittsburgh. They've been really good at containing him, and they're also really good at containing the Ravens, and they play them very well. And I see it as a little upgrade for them, but they got to throw the ball, they got to pass it. They're more of a one-dimensional team in my eyes still, and it's going to take a lot to change my mind on that one.
Yeah, I mean, they ran it around. Lamar Jackson got to learn to be a little bit more patient in the pocket, stay in there a little bit more, be more of a pocket passer. And I think he could be really good. What's up, Tom Warrington? Thomas Warrington. What's up, man? D says, bioeconomics is killing me. Housing in Texas is unimaginable. 80K per acre for undeveloped land. Holy shit. That's a lot, bro.
Thanks, George. Thanks, Miss Pittsburgh. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I am going to hop off here. I got to go pick up my son from school. It was really fun talking to you guys today. I love you guys, man. You guys talk some great football.
Thanks, dude, for stopping through. I'm going to go for a few more minutes, guys. We'll see if Sean getting off. This is a true test. We've never did this before. So when Sean gets off, we're going to see if it closes down. So here it is. If it closes down, I ain't coming back. We'll just end the show. But when Sean gets off, if it still goes, we'll know that it can happen. So we've never done this before. This is uncharted waters. All right, Sean.
All right. See you later,
Thanks,
JD.
dude.
Thanks, Skyler. Take care, guys. Here we go. Here's the true test. Good luck, guys.
Here's the test. Later. And we are back here on Steel City Live. I'm flying solo, guys, now that Sean's gone. We had no idea if that would work, guys. So that was just a guess here that it would, or a chance that we were taking. So, shit, that was scary, actually. I thought it was going to crash the whole thing. What Russell at St. Vincent's will be wild. Yeah, no doubt, man. TYBD 35 unpopular opinion. Kenny didn't get a fair chance at Pittsburgh. He got more than a fair chance, buddy. It's not an unpopular opinion. It's just an inaccurate opinion. He had 25 games. He was historically bad, and that's just probably where the Steelers, kind of ended it. Andy wanted out. He's kind of crying about the Russell Wilson situation. Don't have a backbone. Don't want to go out there and fight for his job. So let him go. That's kind of deal that you don't want a guy that's soft, dude, that don't want to be there, all right, that was about him. Derrick Henry versus Patrick Queen. I don't know. That would be a good one. Robert Bishop, LOL. What do you think Pickett will do where he is going, or don't care? But what if he explodes like Tom Brady? I don't think he'll see the field. I don't think he'll see the field much with Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts is the real deal. He's a real franchise type quarterback. Kenny Pickett is not. We will see what happens. Maybe Kenny does succeed, but he's soft as Sharman, man. Didn't want to come here and fight for his job in Pittsburgh. He wanted to get out. He wanted to trade it because somebody got signed that was going to give him some competition. So soft, dude. Henry and Lamar have been stopped by our defense, but then together will be tough to stop. I think they'll be tough combination. I definitely think they'll improve running the football with them too. But again, once you pin them in there, man, and you slow down that run, you're forcing Lamar Jackson to make quick, accurate decisions from the pocket, and you're forcing him not to have happy feet and want to bail from the pocket. He has a strong arm, but the decision making may not be there. I felt like his receivers and his team didn't really help him in the AFC title game. So there's many factors in that, and running quarterbacks usually don't win championships. Well, they don't win championships. So just how it goes. Telling Sean bye. What's that? Mike, Doctor, and Sean hit the like when two calls in on Moats in the spot. Oh, hey guys. Yes. Just thinking of that when you said call in. There is a link now in the bio, in like the bio section. You will see an email address. It's for Mike Drop Sports now. That is our channel's email address. If you want to email the channel, we are going to have on Mondays, Wednesdays. We'll do Mondays and Fridays on the morning uploads. We will have mailbag questions. So Mondays and Fridays will be the mailbag days. And I want you guys to email anything like topics that you want to talk about, questions that you want to talk about. I'll read your question on the morning upload. We'll say your name, whatever you want me to say your name is. I don't have to give your real name out there. You put a screen name, whatever, or your real name. I don't care, however you want to do it. You can say where you're from, all that shit. and we'll read them off and we'll talk about them. So we'll have mailbag Mondays and mailbag Fridays, and you can find that email address in the bio section, but it is micdropsports@yahoo.com. It's very, very easy. So go ahead and make sure you guys put those in there. Mailbag questions. Also, if you have anything that you want to talk to me about, like, off out of the comments section of the videos, you can feel free to email, and I'll try to respond to everybody as much as humanly possible. But we will definitely take a couple mailbag questions every week. He got more than a fair shot. Look what Mason got. Absolutely. Ken Brown, is there any way we can get Shaq Thompson from the Carolina Panthers? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how much trading is going to go on. We'll see. Robert Bishop, how do you think Hurts will do under a new center? When you lose a Hall of Famer like Jason Kelsey, man, it's going to be tough. And that definitely is going to be a transition period for Jalen Hurts. Losing any type of center that you've been with for a while is difficult to overcome in my eyes. We'll see how that goes. I don't think you'll have a horrible transition, but I definitely think there will be some growing pains. City Made, will the Bears make the playoffs this season? I don't believe so, because if Justin Fields is quarterback, I think he's a turnover machine. I think he doesn't have the ability to guide a football team into the playoffs. And if they do, it'll be a real quick exit. That's just my opinion on Justin Fields. I don't think that he's going to be that quality guy, that franchise type guy. We'll see how it goes, though. Robert Road, Philly is paying Hurts like $40 million per year to start. Kenny who? Pickett will ride the pine. Absolutely. He ain't starting over Jalen unless it's an injury, That's the only way he's seeing the field. Skylar Cannon, he doesn't like the riding the bench. He's a bum, won't learn then what is left to do with him. I agree, man. You got to be open, man. What's Tent Sports Show? Let me know what that is, BPM. I always support other channels, so let me know what it is. Yeah, he's not going to play, man. And when you're sissy and you don't want to fight for your job, you're just a coward. You want out, you want traded, just makes you kind of crazy. Oh, all right, guys. All right, we're going to keep going just a little bit longer. Make sure you hit that like button for me as we move through the show. Make sure anything else you guys want to talk about, please put it in there. If there's any other Steeler news popping up, let me know. Anything going on in the worlds of signings. Um, Former wide receiver Johnson said Ben Roethlisberger helped him. How's that news? Some of this stuff's stupid. Who cares? He helped him. Ben ain't been in the league for a couple. What's the matter? It just doesn't matter. Oh my lord, guys! Some of the things people do, just that, like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. All right, guys, let's keep on going here. If you have any more comments, put them in there. We're going to wrap this show up here in the next few minutes. So if there's anything else you guys want to say, I don't know how excited I am about this Van Jefferson deal, guys. I'm not sure. You know, he hasn't had a good year since 2021, according to these stats on here. I keep looking at it. It's not something I don't know if I'm super pumped about. Hopefully he'll do better. We'll see. JD says sad because the Steelers like the comfort pick and they were afraid of another a Marino deal. Yeah, that's what happened, man. Absolutely, JD. Kenny Pickett was definitely brought in because they didn't want to make another mistake like they did with Danny Marino, and that's just really what it boils down to. Oh, I hate my emoji, Miss Pittsburgh. I got to change it to something better. I got to see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Was he hurt last year? Who's that? Oh, Van Jefferson. I'm not sure, man. I got to dive into some more research on him, guys, and I'll get back to you in the morning. I'll do a morning upload, and I normally don't do one on a Saturday, but I'll recap the free agency stuff in the morning and do a daily upload, and I'll go in depth a little bit more tonight. Yeah, Steven, you bring up a good point. He might be a depth piece, but they got to figure out the front piece. And when you're getting depth pieces, that's cool. And I hope Omar has a plan maybe to add pieces ahead of him. Yeah, I knew what you said, buddy. Thank you for correcting it. I appreciate it. TYBD 35. I got how you guys feel, but let's look at it differently. Kenny might have seen the Russ signing as a sign the franchise not standing behind Kenny. You can't have people stand behind you when you're historically bad, when you're historically poor statistically. It's hard for people to get behind you. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't matter. If you're Kenny Pickett and you see their son and Russ and they tell you, bro, your job is going to be the backup quarterback in 2024, that means you tighten your chin strap, you tighten your shoelaces, and you get your ass to work, man. That's just my opinion on it. You know what I mean? Have we made any other moves since KP trade? Just the Van Jefferson 1 year deal. That's maybe why JD he points out a good point here. Van Jefferson did play for two teams, Atlanta and the Rams last year. So maybe when you're switching offenses, that's maybe why your numbers are so low because you were never able to fully acclimate into one system fully and get really going. Yeah, football, Andy. Yeah. All right, guys, let's wrap it up, man. We've been going for 75 big minutes, man. And as always, I appreciate you guys for coming to Mike Drop Sports. It was very, very good. Was he wrong for throwing a fit? Yes, but he had a terrible OC and was injured. Yes, 7 injuries, but that's hard to overcome too, man. When you're injured that much, it's like hard for the organization to get behind you there too. 7 injuries is a lot, but I see what you're saying, TYBD. I'm not discounting what you're saying, man, at all. But your fair points also. Yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, man. We've been going for a while. If you want to support the channel, there's ways in the bio to support the channel. You can also use like supers, things like that. You can also donate memberships, which I found out I can do. So I'm going to put some memberships up there to donate. I'm going to do like 20 or 30 memberships. So we'll see how about that. I'll get them out there for everybody. If some people want to join that don't have the way to be able to get one, at least you'll be able to do that. But we can do gifted memberships and stuff like that. So thank you, Corey or Patrick. George, have a good rest of your night. Thank you, man. You too, buddy. But we're going to wrap this up, guys. As always, check out the mailbag email that's in the bio. Make sure you put your mailbag questions in there. We will start those Monday. I'll be looking forward to reading your emails, and we will do that. And that'll be an interesting segment. And don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday morning, I'm going to make sure that I put out an upload recapping the week in free agency thus far and dive a little bit deeper into some of these guys that they've gotten through free agency. And we will start to break things down a little bit more. So we'll see you all again tomorrow and then back for Monday, our live show here on Mike Drop Sports. And the show's still City Live. So until tomorrow, peace.